To achieve that life of freedom, I have to change my habits, I have to change my environment. If you hang out with a bunch of pothead or crackhead or whichever, you're gonna become one of them. I felt inspired walking down those streets, bro. Hey YouTube, I'm Tavane, but you guys can call me T. We're back again in front of the vision wall, and this video is about your environment. It shapes your future. The people you have around you and the area you are shapes your character. See, the thing is, I went to Toronto today, right? And I was in the heart of downtown. I walk in the financial district. I was looking up on the high rise, and bro, I felt so motivated. I felt so inspired. I saw people walking around in suits and tie. People who look as young as me. I'm 22. Bro, people who look younger than me. And I felt so inspired. Like, I wanted to start wearing suit and tie. Like, Saturday, I'm gonna wear a suit and tie, go to work. That's gonna be a whole different feeling. But your environment shapes your future, it shapes your character, it shapes your reality. Yo, the reason why I started back smoking is I started hanging out with some girls that did that a bunch, so I got into the habit. And I wasn't peer pressured into the habit, I just got into it by seeing them do it. It was fear of missing out. It was FOMO. I'm not gonna lie, it was FOMO. And I started doing it back. Yeah, I don't do it as hard as I used to, but that doesn't rule out the fact that I do it. Yeah, maybe one in a day, which is good, which is bad, but still the same thing. Your environment shapes your reality. If you are in an household where everyone has lack and poverty mindset, you're gonna have the same thing, and that's what it's called, being a generational curse. That is what a generational curse is. If one family member has this mindset that, yo, that's a generational curse. It's mindset. It's not always curses like voodoo or hex or something like that, bro. Some of the things them are mindset. If you live in an area where everyone is striving for greatness, like as I said, Toronto, a bunch of high rise, bro, I saw that. And I'm like, yo, my plans here, I need to level up my plans, because my plans won't take me there. My plans won't have me in one of those high rise looking over the city. My plans here won't have me in a penthouse. Or these plans need to be refined more so they can get me there. Bro, I felt inspired walking down those streets, bro. Like seeing this. My friend was saying, oh, you know, we should do this once in a month. Bro, I don't want to do this once in a month. I want to do this every day. I want to wake up, go downstairs, walk out, smell the fresh air. Although Toronto is a bunch of buildings. Go to the park, chill at the park for a bit, meditate over the park, hear the water, the waves, all of that, bro. I want to be there. And I'm glad that, you know, I went there, because it opened my eyes to a new experience. You know, I live in Hamilton and I hate Hamilton downtown. It looks dirty. It looks filthy. And this morning when I passed through there to take the bus to go to Toronto, I don't know. Something about downtown Hamilton was just different. The vibe was just different. Maybe it was because I was there early, but it was different. I'm like, yo, I see why people like moving downtown. And then when I went to Toronto, and it was magnificent, bro. Walking so close to the CN Tower. That's the first I've been so close to the CN Tower. And I'm like, yo, I want to experience this more. I don't want to be here once a month or once a week. I want to be here every day, bro. I want to live a life of freedom. And to achieve that life of freedom, I have to change my habits. I have to change my environment. I can't have FOMO. I have to strive for greatness. I have to do better. I can't keep rolling with people that aren't trying to achieve greatness. Because, yo, believe you me, I feel out of place. And you are going to feel out of place if you are the most intelligent friend and you're pairing with a bunch of dunce, because they're gonna bring you down to their level. And I was brought down to the level of them. One of my mentors, he has a saying. He says, show me your friends and I'll show you how you're gonna turn out, because you are the people you hang out with. If you hang out with a bunch of pothead or crackhead or whichever, you're gonna become one of them. If you hang out with a bagger, a drug dealers or so, you're gonna become one of them. But if you hang out with a bunch of investors, a bunch of real estate, a bunch of entrepreneurs, you're gonna become one of them, because you're gonna start comparing yourself to them. You're gonna see yourself getting left behind. You're going to want to fit in. They're trying to level up. You're gonna need to want to level up, bro, or they're gonna cut you off. Cause believe you me, I can't be. Matter of fact, this is one of the reasons I cut off my friends them before. Because I was trying to level up and mans were trying to be the same. They were trying to behave the same. I couldn't stay in that mindset, bro. I couldn't stay in that environment. So I had to separate myself. And by separating myself, I was put on the path into becoming the beast. Be the beast. Separate yourself from an environment that holds you down. Separate yourself from an environment that brings out old habits or bad habits you have. Separate yourself from an environment. Separate yourself from people who brings out the worst in you. Some of those people are family members. Some of those people are friends. Some of those people are the people you watch on social media. That's why I changed up who I view on social media. I stopped watching a bunch of brainer content and started watching things that build my mindset, things that teach me, because those shape your reality. Your environment shape your reality, whether it is your physical environment, your spiritual environment, your online environment, or your mental environment. And speaking of mental environment, you can't have negative thoughts flowing around in your mind. You need to get rid of those. Stop walking around with one bad comment that someone said to you in grade 6 or grade 5. Whatever that person said to you that impacted you in a negative way, they were speaking about themselves because they were insecure, or they are insecure, and because they wanted to, and because they didn't want to feel that way, they try to pass it on to someone else so they can bring them down too. Stop walking around with certain negative mindset. Stop walking around with certain negative comments that's polluting your mental environment. You need to change what you include in your mind, change what you listen to, change what you repeat in your head. Sit down, meditate, repeat affirmation, repeat mantras, say things that boost your confidence, say things that build you up as a person. Change your mental environment and your physical environment will change. Change your physical environment and your mental environment will change. Change your spiritual environment and both of them will change. We need to change our environment to be better. And I am striving to change my environment. Not just physical, not just mental, not just emotional, and not just spiritual. I did my mental environment in the past and it still needs to improve. I did my spiritual environment in the past and it still needs to be improved. And I'm planning to change my physical environment. I'm planning to change the people I keep around me, the people I keep hanging out with. Because if I keep hanging out with them, I'm going to get back into the habit of missing out, fear of missing out, want to do old habits, want to indulge in those things, and to become the person I was ordained to be. I can't indulge in those things. But yo, that's the video for the day. Keep focusing on you, keep building yourself, keep separating yourself from people who brings out the worst in you. Peace.